Welcome to the 15th episode of the Dragon Master campaign. My name is Harrison Weeks, and I am your DM. Today, we're going to do something a little bit special. We're going to have a solo session with just Clark.
Heyo.
So, Art is going to go on a small little adventure all by himself. And we're going to go ahead and start the episode the same way we have been, with an interview question. So, the question for Art is, in literature class, do you think Art pays attention to all of the books that you guys have read and discussed, or do you think he's kind of zoned out in that class?
So, I actually kind of struggled with this question because obviously the classes that matter to him most would be combat as well as dragon class because of his obsession with dragons. But he also, after hearing basically Gandalf say something on the lines of, if you don't pass, we take your dragons back, kind of lit a fire in him as a student. So I would say he definitely pays attention to most every single one of them, tries his best, but it's just not a strong suit, so he struggles in that class probably more than any other.
So potentially you would say that he didn't pay attention in the first two classes, but that he tried to pay as close attention in the second two.
Something of that nature, yes, especially since he hadn't really developed his friendship with Yori and Loaf yet. He really hadn't kind of found his place amongst their party as well as just in school in general. So I would say, I would definitely say that he kind of, I guess, is trying much harder in that class after the first couple days.
So we left the party falling asleep after their luxurious bergmite hunting, and everybody's asleep, everybody has their own bed. We didn't quite establish if Art slept in the bed. Do you think that Art was on the floor and then Hogarth was in the bed alone? Or do you think you were snuggling Hogarth in the bed?
Absolutely snuggling Hogarth. There's no way that Hogarth would sleep without Art, I would say.
Okay, so you probably overcame your fear of comfiness and...
But we're both in the floor.
Oh, both on the floor.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, if I remember correctly, there was only two nice beds and one kind of raggedy bed. So
you're right. There was a bed that was...
Loaf took the good bed, Yori took the other, and then Art enjoyed his pallet in the floor that he made with Hogarth.
That makes sense. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to pick up where you are kind of having a rough time sleeping. So you kind of wake up and you probably leave Hogarth alone, I think, let him sleep. But you wake up. I don't know if there's anything that we want to say at this point, or if we just want to say we walked to the door. It's kind of weird solo acting. So I'm not going to force that on you. So we'll go ahead and say that you open the door to leave, and that there is actually a book on the floor right outside the door.
Okay. So Art just was a little too comfortable, couldn't sleep, so he just had to get up, do some stretches, go for a nighttime jog around Mahogany Town's Mahogany, I believe is what it's called.
Mahogany Town is right.
Mahogany, sorry, the inn itself.
The Mahogany.
Yes, he was going to take a little nighttime jog around the Mahogany and sees the book on the floor and walks over and thinks it might be good fire tinder, so he picks it up.
As he picks it up, I'm going to stick it in your inventory.
Okay.
And this is a fairy tale novel.
Ooh.
When fairy tale novel is opened, it asks the reader, do you want to read this story? If the answer is yes, the reader is teleported into the book.
Well, ever since I got my scroll of literacy, my reading levels have gone up tremendously, so I'm very excited to read this story. I might as well. Yeah, I'll open the book. Let's read a little bit.
As you open the book, you physically shrink down and go inside of the book as the book kind of opens up and expands outward.
Do a little bit of, whoa!
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're totally doing like that natural multi-dimensional travel. And as you are going through the sky and the space-time continuum, you kind of gain your senses and look around, and you see that there's some words just kind of hovering in the sky that says 3 lines of words. The top line is start game, the middle line says high scores, and the bottom line says exit game.
Okay. Art kind of lands in this weird world, doesn't really understand what's happened. I'm going to say he looks around, and what do I see, DM?
So you are still traveling through the multiverse. You are very
still
much
currently
still
traveling.
like in space.
Oh.
And you just see this main menu appear up in front of you.
Okay.
So you feel like you have a decision to make whether you want to start the game, you want to see the high scores, or if you want to exit the game.
Oh. Well, Art's not one to really read into things. He's going to jump in head first, so let's start the game.
You go into the game and you kind of flashes and then you appear somewhere. You kind of blink and you are suddenly in the living room of a small house. You're sitting on a couch in the house with your little brother, not that much younger than you. You're probably like 20. You don't recognize the body that you're in, but you still see that you have your spanking spoon. You still have your bow on the table in front of you. You still have your scroll of litters, so you have everything else that's in your inventory.
Okay.
But your little brother next to you is about 15, about 5 years younger than you, and you hear some noise coming from the back room, which is where your mother is at, and she starts screaming.
Oh, gosh. Art kind of just looks around, looks over. So do I, like, inherently know that this is my brother?
You do inherently know that it is your brother, and that you hear your mother's voice screaming.
Okay. So Art, being kind of the loyalist that he is, rushes towards his mother's bedroom and bursts in the door.
You burst in the door, and as you get there, you see two men that are beating your mom, and then they rush out the window before you can take your turn.
Okay.
And your mom kind of gestures you to come here, and she says, "Son, I need you to go to the store and go to Mary's house and get a potion. I think she might have a potion there."
Mom, are you okay?
I'm okay, but I really need a potion.
Who were those men?
Healing. I don't know. I'm not sure who those men were.
Okay, what's my brother's name?
Nicky. Your brother's name is Nicky.
Okay, I'm gonna get Nicky, and he's gonna take care of you, and I'm gonna go to Mary's.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. And he rushes over to Nicky. Nicky, wake up.
Hello.
Hey, Mom's in trouble. I need you to take care of her till I get back.
Okay.
All right, there's no time to explain. I'm gone. Take care of her. And I rush out the door.
Okay, you rush out the door. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal a portion of our map for this session.
All right.
This is your mom's house.
All right.
You're on the north side of the map, for those who can't see the map. So let's go ahead and set some guidelines here. There's 3 timelines going on here. So let's just talk about this really quick. There's Clark and Harrison playing Dungeons & Dragons, right?
Okay.
There is Art in the book.
Yes.
And his actual time that's passing in the Dungeons & Dragons that we're playing.
Yes.
Then there's the time inside of the book, where time will pass differently than everywhere else.
Yeah.
You could go 3 or 4 days in the book, and it'll only be an hour in Art's real life.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is you are going to have a time limit. Specifically, Art is going to have a time limit to accomplish what he has to accomplish. And in order to best represent this, I'm going to give you, Clark, a timer on how long you have to complete this entire mission.
Okay.
And this also will help me keep the episode as long as I want it to be.
Yes.
So you have exactly...
Do you want me to start a timer on my end?
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
How long do I have?
So that you can see it. You have 1 hour starting now.
Starting now. Okay. Clock is going. All right.
So you have left your mother's house.
Okay. I'm going to run south.
You're going to run south?
Yep.
And as you travel down the road, you see some trees behind the house, but you also eventually reach a little campfire that's burning in the center, and that's like at a crossroads. Now you have a decision to make whether you want to go right, south, or left.
Okay. Art gets to the campfire and thinks to himself, wait a second, I don't know this area. I don't even know where Mary's at. All right, think. Wait, can we say that the character would know? Like, whoever he's playing as would know?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right, my instincts say left. So Art runs actually east. So if he's looking at the fire from his mom's house, he's running east.
As you make your left, you run straight, and eventually you see a pond.
Okay.
And you reach kind of a dead end where there's just a pond.
Okay. Art quickly runs north and to see if the house is that way.
Okay, so you run off the path.
Mm-hmm.
You find more forest.
I don't understand. I know this area. Why can't I think? I don't like. I gotta find I gotta find Mary. So Art rushes back past his house, back down to the campfire, and then heads west.
You're gonna head this way.
Yes.
You have arrived in a small little town, and there are 5 different buildings. None of them seem particularly bright and welcoming, but the one in the middle definitely seems the biggest.
Okay.
And that's the one that seems to have a label called the general store.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the general store.
Okay. As you approach the general store, somebody greets you at the door and says, "Hello, my name is Nook. Welcome, my name is Tom Nook. Nice to meet you." And he reaches his hand out to shake your hand.
Hey, I shake his hand kind of quickly. Hey, is Mary around, or do you know where Mary's house is?
Oh, Mary's house. It's probably the Mary's house. No, I don't know where Mary's house is.
Okay, do you have a potion of healing by chance?
No, but I do have a tent. Will that suffice?
Nope, not what I'm looking for at all. Well, Tom, I wish I could say
What about
that.
a pot?
I can't say. I've got it. My mom is in danger. I've got to go find Mary's house.
What about Flint?
All right, I'll talk to you later, Tom. And I rush towards the campfire, and then go south.
Okay, so now you hit south, and you find Mary's house.
Jeez, and I rush and I bang on the door as loud as I can.
Okay, nobody answers.
Okay, I push myself into the house.
Go ahead and roll strength for me.
That was a 17.
That door just falls straight over. You burst in the house, and your house looks identical to your house, where there's a living room, and then there's a hallway with 3 different bedrooms in the back.
Okay, I shout, Mary, are you here?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, go to the first bedroom I see, which is... What's the closest bedroom?
Down the hall, there's 2 at the front of the hall, and there's 1 at the end of the hall, so you could go on left or right.
I'm going to go to the first door on the left.
It's actually a door to the outside, and there's 3 or 4 cows, and then you also see a little building in the back.
Okay, quickly
shout,
just hear
some,
Mary!
Moo!
Mary, you out here?
Moo! Mary's not out here. Moo!
Okay, and I go back inside, and I don't know what just said Mary's not out here, but...
It was the cow.
Okay, that's canon now. Okay, so Art rushes back inside and opens the first door on the right.
Okay, first door on the right is an empty bedroom.
Empty bedroom. Mary, are you in here? Hello?
No response.
Okay, I rush to the end of the hallway and open that door.
There is somebody in the bed.
Okay. Mary, hey, this is Art. Hey, my mom's sick. I need a potion of healing. Do you have one?
She sits up out of her bed, kind of like clockwork, where she just kind of like sits up very structured like, and she says, "No, I'm out of health potions."
Mary, are you okay?
I'm all right.
Can I roll an investigation check on her?
Sure. Insight.
I got a nat 20.
A nat 20. You can tell that she's an NPC answering the questions in a very set dialogue.
Okay. Can I look around, or Mary, do you know where I can get a health potion?
I heard that there were some stone giants nearby cooking some.
Okay, do you know which direction?
Directly downward in the dark below.
Downward, you mean like under the ground?
Yes.
Okay, how do I get to them?
That's a tough question that we're going to have to put our heads together and figure out.
Okay. Mary, I don't have time. Thank you for the information. I'm going to go. You have anything else that can help me?
I have a cow. Would you like to borrow my cow? I also have some chickens in the back, in the chicken coop.
I don't think a cow and a chicken are going to help. I'll let you know. Okay. And Art leaves and I guess heads. I'm going to go east, southeast, that bottom right.
Okay.
Rectangle. He's going to go that way.
Okay. You're going to run past Mary's house to the bottom right.
Into the forest.
And into the forest. And there's not too much there.
What is that I see?
You see some graves. That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to investigate to see if I find anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation.
That is a 19 plus 2, so it's 21 actually.
With your 21, you find this item.
Immunity idol.
Go ahead and read this out loud for us.
Yes, I'll read it for us. So it is the hidden immunity idol. It's an artifact. If another unit knows that you have hidden immunity idol, it loses its magical abilities. While held, whenever you enter an event that contains a theoretical loser, you may expend the hidden immunity idol in secret before the event. If you do, and you lose the event, the outcome changes to an outcome where you did not lose the event. That's a pretty broken item.
That you found on the graves. You now have a secret item that you have to keep secret from Will, David, Loaf, and Yori. So before we leave today, we can discuss how we're going to do that, because it has to stay in. You either have to hide it somewhere, or you have to leave it in your backpack hidden, and we have to discuss how you will physically hide it in your inventory.
Cool item. Okay.
But that's all you find. You don't find anything else too particular. You see one grave that says Bernard. You see one grave that says Mrs. Nook. There's a couple other graves that just have random names here and there.
Mrs. Nook, that's interesting. I wonder if that's Tom's wife. I assume it is. I'm going to go back past Mary's house.
Okay.
And go southwest, see what I find that way.
Okay.
Nothing.
You'd find just a dead end, a bunch of trees.
Crap. Okay. I guess I'm going north from there. So I'm going to go past the little town of Nook.
Okay.
Straight northwest, see what's up there. Okay.
You also find a dead end.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the town and try to find Tom.
Okay, so you want to go back to the general store, I presume?
Mm-hmm.
As you approach the entrance of the general store, Tom Nook meets you at the door and says, "Hey, hello, weary traveler. Welcome to the Tom Nook's general store." And he reaches to shake your hand.
Okay, hey, Tom, I'm going to shake his hand again. Hey, can I look at your wares real quick?
Yes, I have lots of wares. Let me tell you all my wares. I have a pot that you can buy for 3 turnips. I have flint that you can buy for 3 turnips. I have a tent that you can buy for 2 carrots. I have a bag of magic beans that you can buy for 3 carrots. I have a short bow that you can buy for 2 carrots. I have a long bow that you can buy for 3 carrots. I have a cow that you can buy for 20 carrots. I have a sword that you can buy for 3 turnips. And I also have a watermelon that you can buy for a green bean.
Do you have any turnips?
No.
Okay. Hey, I have another question. I'm not really interested in any of that currently, and I'll let you know. Do you know how to get to the underground?
Oh, the dark below.
Yes, the dark below. Do you know how to get there?
There's rumors that there's these evil spirits that reside in the dark below. And that there's these beans that you can buy.
Oh my god.
That can get you to the giants.
So is the dark below is up? It's in the sky?
No, it's downward.
So why am I going up to go down?
Oh, you're not actually going up. It's like the magic beans can do some wacky stuff, you know? And it can teleport you potentially to the dark below.
Okay. Okay. Well, Tom, how do I acquire... you said you have a pot, right?
Yes, I have a pot for 3 turnips.
Okay.
I have flint for 3 turnips.
Okay, that's enough. So you have a pot for 3 turnips. So where do I find turnips?
A garden?
Where's a garden?
I don't have one.
Do you know of one that's close?
Wasn't your mom a gardener? Didn't she like the garden?
You know what? Now you say so. I think you're right. I'll come back with some turnips. How much were the bag of beans?
Oh, the bag of magic beans. Let me see. The pot was 3 turnips. The flint was 3 turnips. The tent was 2 carrots. The bag of magic beans was 3 carrots. The
3
short
carrots,
bow.
3 turnips. Okay, I'll be back. Bye, Tom. Thank you.
Bye,
And
Sonny.
Art takes off.
Okay.
I'm going to go back towards the campfire and run up to my mother's house.
Okay, you have arrived back at your mother's house.
Do I see a garden?
If you look out the back window, you do see a garden.
Okay, I'm going to run back to the garden and try to find 3 turnips and 3 carrots.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh, it's a nat 1. Okay.
You find 2 turnips.
Okay, that's great.
And otherwise, the garden is completely dry.
Okay, I'm going to run back to little town of Nook.
Okay.
I'm going to try... What time of day is it?
Early afternoon.
Early afternoon. Okay. When I was at the town, did I see anybody else?
You saw a couple people standing around the circle, and you could definitely tell that there were other people in some of the other houses.
Okay, I'm going to run back to the town.
Okay, you have ran back to the town.
Okay, so I currently have 2 turnips.
That is correct.
I'm going to go check out this house.
So you get to that house, and a woman comes to the door and meets you and says, "Oh, hello, Sonny. Would you like to take a nap?"
No, ma'am, but do you have turnips or carrots that I can have?
No, I don't
I'm
have
really
turnips. I don't know. I don't have turnips or any carrots. I do have a jar that you could buy.
How much is that bottle?
1 turnip.
Well, I'll take the bottle.
Okay. And she hands you the bottle.
Okay. Because that was cheaper than a pot. Okay. 1 turnip, 1 bottle. Okay. I'm gonna go and check out this house.
A little old woman with a cane walks up to the door and says, Hello, Sonny. I'm Farmer D. Nice to meet you. And I have some wares that you can buy some turnips. And you can buy some... what else can you buy from me? What else do I sell? I also sell... I also sell carrots. I sell carrots.
Okay,
That's
great.
Right.
Hey, I'll give you a turnip for 3 carrots.
No.
Okay.
In order to trade for a carrot, you actually need a gallon of milk.
Gallon of milk. Okay, great. I'll be back. I need a gallon of milk per carrot.
Yes, 1 carrot is equal to 1 gallon of milk. 1 egg is equal to 2 turnips. 1 fish is equal to 1 bright bloom nut. Does that answer your question, Sonny?
You said how 1 fish?
1 fish is equal to 1 bright bloom nut.
Okay. Great. Well, I'll be back. And Art runs back down to Mary's house.
Okay, you run through straight to Mary's house.
Straight to Mary's house.
And you're in Mary's house.
And I'm going to go to the back.
Okay, you're in the backyard.
And I'm going to grab as many eggs as I can hold.
Okay, you find 3 eggs.
Okay, I'm going to rush back to that lady.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hey, I have 3 eggs. Can I have turnips for the eggs?
Yes, here's 6 turnips, Sonny. And
okay.
She takes your eggs and gives you 6 turnips.
Wonderful, that's 7 turnips. I'm going to run back to Tom Nook. Say, hey, Tom.
Oh, hello! And he meets you at the door and
hey,
says,
dude.
Welcome to the store. And we just his hand out to shake your hand.
Yeah, what's up? And I dap him up real quick. Hey, man, I've got some turnips. How much was that pot?
Oh, the pot. The pot is 3 turnips. The flint is 3 turnips.
Was hold on, I got one more question about the pot. So the pot itself, is it a gallon pot?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here's 3 turnips. I'll take the pot.
Okay, you have a pot.
Man, I hope Mom's okay. Art runs back down to Mary's house.
Okay, you're back in Mary's house.
And I find the cows in the backyard, and I ask the cows, hey, you guys talk, right? Hey, can you mind if I get some milk from you guys?
I don't mind at all.
Okay, awesome. So Art goes over and milks one of the cows. One of the female cows.
Go ahead and roll animal handling.
All right, that's a 6 + 4, 10.
10 seems good enough to fill it up.
Okay.
You get a gallon.
Awesome. Art walks back over to the lady.
Farmer D.
Yeah, I'm going to walk back over to Farmer D and say, hey, Farmer D, I've got a gallon of milk. Can I trade for some carrots?
1 gallon of milk is equal to 1 carrot.
Okay, can I get 2 carrots per gallon of milk?
No, Sonny.
Please give me a deal. My mom's in trouble. I'm trying to help her.
You need 2 carrots? That's fine. You can have, 2 carrots for 1 gallon of milk.
Okay, Perfect. I'm gonna go get you another gallon of milk.
Okay, Sonny.
So here, I pour it into a pot that I'm sure that she has close by.
That's correct.
Awesome. So I'm gonna rush back down to Mary's house.
Okay, you are back in Mary's house.
And I'm going to ask the cows, hey, can I get one more gallon of milk?
I'm out of milk, but my friend here is the other lady cow. You can try that one.
Okay, do you mind?
That's fine.
Okay, awesome. Okay. I guess animal handling again.
Yep. 10 or better.
Okay, that is... it's a 10.
10.
It's a 6 plus 4 again.
You fill the pot back up.
Okay, and I walk back over to the lady, to D. Mama
By this
D.
point, we're getting close to evening in the book.
Okay.
So you're back at Farmer D's.
Okay. Hey, Farmer D, I have another gallon of milk. Can I have a carrot for this gallon?
You want 1 carrot or 2 carrots?
I would love to, if you wouldn't mind.
Here's 2 carrots. Thank you
Thank
for the
you.
milk.
Thank you. Okay. And you said, so I have 4 carrots, 4 turnips. I still have my bottle and have a pot now. Okay. Awesome. Hey, you said that for a fish, you have a bright bloom seed, right?
I have 1 bright bloom nut.
Okay. Nut. What is a bright bloom nut?
It's kind of like a bright bloom seed, but it's D's nuts.
Okay. Is it the same thing as
Farmer D's nuts?
Okay. Okay, Farmer D's nuts. Okay. Does it act the same way as a bright bloom pod?
Yeah, it's just like a bright bloom seed. That's right.
But it's D's nuts instead of Doe's nuts. I get it. Okay.
I call it D's nuts for advertising.
D's nuts. That's a
D's
good
nuts.
advertising. I like it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I like D's nuts. I
D's
like
nuts.
D's nuts. Hey, let me ask you this. How would one acquire a fish around here?
A fish? You could get it like a fishing rod, and you can, or just like, just like a rope maybe, and get like a turnip on the end, and then put it in the lake, and see if a little fishy goes nom 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 nom.
Okay.
The fishies here also like to eat chickens.
Okay. Cool. Do you know where I can get a fishing rod around here?
Have you checked the general store?
I thought that dude didn't have one. Did he? Did I miss that?
I don't know. Did you check the?
All right, I'll go check
the fishing
Tom.
store?
Is there a fishing store?
Yeah, there's the fishing store.
Perfect. Yes, I'll go. Is that the one behind the general store?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. I'll run over there right quick. Thank you, D.
You're welcome, Sonny.
Art takes off towards the fishing store.
Okay, so you go in the fishing store, and there's a big giant man behind the counter.
Hey, man, you have a fishing rod?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. It's weird. I feel like I'm older and, yeah, now I'm talking like an adult. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. My mom's sick. Anyways, I'm Art.
Nice to meet you, Art.
Hey,
thought you
do
were
you have
Jack.
a fishing rod? Do you have a fishing rod? What's your name?
Is your name not Jack?
Is my name Jack?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay.
Can I call you Jack?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I thought I was Art, but I don't know really what's going on anymore. Okay, yeah. So do you have a fishing rod?
Yeah.
Okay, how much can I have it?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate
And
it.
he hands you a fishing rod.
Awesome. Art then tries to make it down to the lake before nightfall.
Okay, you've made it to the lake before nightfall.
Okay, awesome. I'm assuming there's a hook on this fishing rod.
Yes, there's a hook.
Okay.
Yep.
It's the full setup. Okay.
It's definitely more like a Pokemon like basic rod. It's just like a stick and a string,
Okay.
but he's got a hook at the end of it.
Okay. I am going to put one of the turnips onto the hook
Okay.
and cast my line.
Okay, you cast your line. Go ahead and roll straight luck for me, because there's
What
no
is
skill
that?
involved.
do I
Just
do
roll a
there?
d20.
That's a 17.
An extremely large fish, about like a extremely large bass. I'm trying to think of like how big that is.
Wow.
But it's not a
Let's
bass.
say like
it's
a
actually
10-pound
like
bass.
it's like a 10-pound piranha. It's a quipper.
Whoa.
Bites the fishing rod. Roll strength to see if you can hold on.
Okay. That is an 8.
You let go of the rod, and your turnip and your fishing rod are both gone.
Okay. Okay.
And you can definitely say that there's a bunch more of these quippers swimming all throughout the lake.
Okay. Art is going to... So it's around a lake, so I'm assuming there's mud around the lake, right?
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Okay. Art is going to roll in the mud.
Okay, you roll in the mud.
And then I'm going to grab some grass around me.
Okay.
And kind of put it on my body and try to just, really try to blend in with my surroundings, put some camouflage on.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage, because I think you'd set that up very well.
Terrible roll. Let's see if we can do better. That's a 15 plus 5. That's a 20, so.
You are stealthed up, and
Awesome.
No fish can see you.
Okay, now, Art is going to place one of the turnips into the pot.
Okay.
He's going to lay down by the shore and dip the pot into the water with the turnip inside it.
Perfect. And pretty quickly, because it definitely does not see you, one of the quipper swims up to it, and half of it is inside the pot now, and eating the turnip pretty happily.
Okay, Art is going to try to lift the fish out of the water quickly with the pot and throw it on shore.
Okay, go ahead and roll dexterity.
Just a straight dex check. All right, that is a 10. Oh my gosh.
I will give 10 to you. You have lifted the fish out, and it's on the shore, flapping around on the ground.
Okay, I don't know if D said if the fish needed to be alive or dead.
I don't think it was stated.
Okay, I'm going to slam the pot down on this fish and try to kill it.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. With the pot? How's that?
You said the pot, yeah, so
I did,
you could do spank and spoon if you wanted.
What? But, I don't want to explode the fish. I just want to kill the fish. It's a fish.
That's fair. That's true. It's a quipper. It's like a giant piranha.
Okay, so I guess it's just like a D4?
Yes, it is a D4 damage. Once it hits, you have to roll the attack first.
I have to roll the attack first.
Yes,
right.
It's flopping around on the ground.
Oh my gosh, and I probably don't have an attack bonus with this. Oh my gosh.
It's strength. It would be your strength bonus, and I'll give you proficiency. You're a ranger.
It doesn't matter. It's only a 10.
Is that 10 with the proficiency bonus and the strength bonus?
It is.
I'm going to say that does whiff barely.
Okay, I'm going to try to hit it again, since I'm not in combat.
All it did was waste a little bit of time. Go ahead and make another attack.
Stupid. Oh my gosh, I whiffed again. It was a 3. I'm going to try to hit it again.
This is a good waste of time. Go ahead and do one more. How long do you have left?
30 minutes. I rolled a 10 that time, so it was 14.
14 is good enough to hit. So you hit it, and go ahead and roll a d4 damage.
I hit a 2.
It just kind of lays out.
Okay. I'm going to pick the fish up, put it into the pot, and walk over to D's. What time of day is it?
It is now dark. But there's still a fire in the center, and there's some torches in the city that you can navigate there without any issues.
Okay, awesome. So Art is going to walk up to D's.
Hello, Sonny. Welcome to D's Farmer Market.
Hey, I'm sorry. I know it's late. I have a fish.
Oh, yes. You can have one of D's nuts for that.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And I dap her up. And
thank you. Oh, yes.
Leave.
Oh, Sonny, thank you so much.
And Art heads towards Tom Nook.
Okay. Tom Nook greets you at the door and says, "Oh, hello. How you doing?" Reaches his hand out to shake your hand.
Hey, ma'am. And I firmly grasp the hand.
I have a pot for 3 turnips. Flint for 3 turnips.
Okay, continue.
A tent for 2 carrots. A bag of magic beans for 3 carrots.
Okay, I'll take that.
Oh, okay. 3 carrots.
All right, so I got my magic beans. All right, so I have the bag of beans. Bag of beans says, artifact, 1 plat piece per bean. Jeez. While held, you can plant a bean from a bag. After 1 minute, it will produce an effect from a predetermined table from where it was planted. So I assume you already know what it's going to do.
No, it's actually a predetermined table that you have to roll for. See what it does.
Oh, great. Why do I feel like I'm wasting so much time?
Are you planting a bean right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
In Tom Nook's general store?
Oh, sorry. No. I mean, I can't plant it in the middle of the store. I got to go outside. So Art's going to go outside and head north a little bit.
Okay.
I know it's dark, but he's going to go just outside of town and plant the bean.
Okay, you plant a bean. Go ahead and roll a D100.
Roll D100. I got a 97.
With a 97, Well, a giant 60-foot square-based pyramid appears directly surrounding you. It takes out the general store. The general store is completely wiped out, and this patch of trees is wiped out as well. And it kind of pushes you away. I'm guessing you probably run as it spawns, and you kind of end up on top of the pyramid, and you slide down the side.
Okay.
So you are now back in the city, and there's a giant frickin' pyramid with an entrance that you could walk straight into.
Okay.
And you have 9 more beans in the bag.
I have 9 more beans?
There are 10 beans in the bag.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't really want to waste the time going in this place. I don't know what it is. I'm guessing Tom's dead.
Tom is outside of his general store that has been completely collapsed, and he says, "Oh my gosh, what did you do to my store? My store? What happened to my store?"
Tom, I don't know. This bag of beans you gave me kind of produced this. It's kind of odd, considering you sold me the bag and this happened. It seems like karma. Hey,
I'm very proud of my bag of beans.
Well, you ought to be, but this is the consequences of stupidity.
You have done a good job, sir.
Well, so hey, listen. I don't want to go through all this. I just want a potion of healing. Do you know of anywhere I can get a potion of healing?
Oh, like the potion shop?
Where is there a potion shop?
There's not one. I'm just kidding. No, I would recommend going to the Dark Below and there's a stone giant who's cooking one.
So you know where that is?
Yeah, you usually get the bag of magic beans that you got from bartering the cow's milk. They got you the carrots. They got you the bag.
Yep. Okay. So if I just basically plant all these beans, I'll have a way to get to the underground at some point.
That seems real. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm going to plant all these potential cataclysmic beans. You're cool with that?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to do it right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Tom. But listen.
Let it grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Art digs a hole and plants all of the beans in the same hole.
All 9.
All 9.
Go ahead and roll a D100 9 times.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to write it down.
All right, the first one is a 69.
Nice.
The second one is a 11. Third one is a 96.
Okay.
Fourth one is a 49.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
29.
Okay.
Seventh one is a 59.
Okay.
56. 55.
Okay, with this, there are 2 stone structures become erect from the ground, and they look just like you, Jack.
Okay.
There's a 50% chance that they're evil, so let's roll. One is evil, one is good. There is a giant mole that comes out of the ground and is chaotic evil and is going to attack you.
Okay.
There is a geyser erupts across this entire map. It's now raining vinegar.
Okay.
A Trent sprouts out of the ground.
Those typically aren't evil. They're kind of neutral.
Yeah, I think it's neutral. There's 50 bright pink toads that are now jumping around. And there's also one small campfire with blue flames that, as it kind of settles... Oh, and there was also another pyramid as well. So all of this is kind of spreading out, just kind of getting launched everywhere. And there is now a blue little campfire, a portal that has appeared above it.
Okay. So... the mole. How big is the mole?
It's a bullet, which is the size of a cow, but with tiny little legs that can dig holes and stuff. It's massive.
It doesn't sound super dangerous.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
So Jack, other Jack, good Jack. Hey man, can you handle bad Jack?
Yeah, I'll get bad Jack.
Okay, you handle bad Jack. Hey Treant.
Hello.
Hey man, do you like turnips?
Yes.
Hey, if I give you 3 turnips, will you handle the mole?
Yes.
Okay, I give him the 3 turnips. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
And Arts runs and jumps into the portal.
Go ahead and roll dexterity to see if you can make it there before someone attacks you.
That is a 8 plus 5, 13.
Let me roll opposed dexterity. That is a 10 from the bullet. You make it past the bullet and through the portal, and you would now appear in an extremely dark environment that you cannot see anything.
Okay, Art gets in and cracks one of his bright bloom nuts.
Okay, so the nut cracks, and you can now see 5 to 10 feet in the distance. Something that you do notice is a flickering fire in the center of this ruins. You're kind of in a city that's completely like devastated and distraught. The river on the south side is completely dry, and then there's a forest up to your north right.
Is there much like greenery at all?
No greenery except in the top right, where there's the forest.
Okay, Art is going to first roll on the ground and get as much green off of him as possible from when he got the fish.
Getting all the grass off of you. Yep. Okay. All the grass is off of you. I think that's reasonable.
So, Art is thoroughly camouflaged and is going to first do a quick investigation check to see if anybody's around.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Or is that perception?
I think it's perception.
Well, that's a 6 plus 2, 8. So bad at that.
Where do you want to walk? Where are you looking where are you looking for it?
Really just like in my general vicinity.
You don't see any moving pieces in the forest, and you don't see anything in the middle of the city.
Can I see the campfire directly?
No, you just see a little bit of smoke or a little bit of fire above it.
Okay, Art is going to sneak over to the center ruin.
Okay.
Opposite of the campfire.
Yep.
Try to peek around it to see if he sees anybody.
You do see a sentient stone giant bergmite.
Okay, so because I slept, do I get my spell slots back?
Yes.
Okay.
So you see a stone giant that is really just a giant bergmite.
Just a giant bergmite.
Giant bergmite. About the size of an avalug.
Okay.
Is there mega avalug? No, it's a Dynamax avalug.
Yeah.
So it's not that big, but...
So, like, can I see what's, like, currently... Can I see the fire now?
Yes, you can see the fire, and you can see a giant pot that is above the fire.
Okay. Art is going to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
So, Disguise Self. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends or until you use your action to dismiss it. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller, can appear thin, fat, or in between. You can change your body type, so you must adopt a form that has some basic arrangement of limbs, otherwise the extent of illusion is up to you. So, Art is going to basically try to mimic the Avalug's thing. So he starts to crawl.
I think it has to be relatively your same shape, right?
So you can't change your body type. So you must adopt a form that has the basic arrangement of limbs. Has the same basic arrangement of limbs. So yeah, I couldn't.
Has to be,
so I was thinking I would be able to like crawl on all fours.
So you want to like try to like appear like you're like a normal stone giant, but like small and walk on all fours, kind of?
Well, I can make myself a foot taller too.
Okay. You want to do that? You want to try to be a stone giant?
Yeah, I'm trying to like walk up, like start a conversation with this homie.
Okay, so you are now disguised as like a stone giant, so you're completely gray, an extra foot tall, and you want to approach the fire with this giant stone bergmite.
Yes, on all fours, so that I'm crawling like the thing does. So I'm gonna walk up and kind of just wait for a conversation to start.
Go ahead and roll performance with advantage. I'll give you advantage because you are disguised.
16 plus 2, 18.
You strut your stuff and you walk in, and the giant bergmite kind of looks at you kind of funny, kind of walks around, kind of walks up to you. I think he kind of asks to sniff your butt.
I allow him to sniff my butt.
Okay, so then he goes and sniffs your butt.
I sniff his back.
And you seem to have a new friend.
Okay.
And he offers you some health potion.
Okay, great. I quickly start up a game of hide and seek.
Okay. How are you going to communicate this to the sentient
rock?
How
did he communicate that I could have some health potion?
He kind of just nudged his head towards it. And he kind of backed up.
Okay. I'm going to start kind of joyfully bouncing up and down as if I'm trying to be chased.
Okay. He seems to kind of get with that and start to jump up and down a little bit as well.
And I kind of lunge at him playfully and kind of start darting back and forth as if I'm going to run away from him.
Okay.
And
he goes to bite you.
Goes to bite me. I jump back.
And then he giggles a little bit.
Okay, and then I turn around and start running west.
Okay, so you want to run this way?
Yes. Am I actually faster than the thing?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so I'm going to try and round this way.
Okay.
And kind of give one last glimpse to the thing.
Okay.
And then try to dart behind this tree.
Okay.
And come back and try to hide from him.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
That's a 17 plus 5.
He kind of loses track of you. He's not really sure if you were on the right side of the wall or the left side of the wall, or if you're behind the tree, or if you just went farther in the distance. So he kind of just turns around and walks back to the fire.
Art grabs his bottle out of his pack and throws it. I'm going to try to throw it over here for him to hear.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and roll, and make an attack roll. You can add your dexterity to it.
I'm going to throw my pot instead.
Okay.
You said what am I rolling? Dexterity?
Yes.
That's a 19.
Perfect, 19. It lands right where you wanted it to land, and Mr. Big Bergmite is going to waddle over there.
And Art is going to then sprint towards the campfire, fill up his bottle with potion.
With the health potion, yep.
Yep, and then jump back through the portal.
Okay, you've gone back through the portal now.
Okay.
Which means you are back to being right outside of the double pyramid structures. There's still 2 stone statues having a sword fight. There is a big tree ant. There's still it was like 50 pink toads jumping around.
Yeah.
And there was a bullet that was fighting a tree ant.
Okay. Do they see me come back through the portal?
Yes, all of them do.
They do. Okay. I asked the tree ant how he's doing.
The tree ant seems to be losing the fight.
Okay. Is the bullet bloody?
No.
Is the tree ant?
Yes, it is sappy.
Okay. Art is going to make I guess the bullet sees me come through the portal too, so it's not a surprise attack.
I would agree.
Okay. Still, I'm gonna try to initiate combat with it.
Okay, with it, go ahead and roll initiative.
It's a 13 plus 7, 20.
I rolled a 4 for initiative, so you're up first.
Okay. So Art is going to go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark onto the bullet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my short bow and do the attack thingy on it.
Okay, make an attack.
Okay. And I do get the Dread Ambusher stuff too, so we're going to have to do all that mess. That is a nat 20, baby.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay, so that is D4 plus a D8.
Doubled for your first attack.
First attack is 9 doubled, so that's 18 damage there.
Whew. Go ahead and make that second attack.
I roll a 8 plus 5, so that's a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
13 does not hit. Okay, so I miss with that second attack then.
So now it's the bullet's turn, is that right? Or do you want to move?
Give me just a second, I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. It's your timer.
I'm trying to pull up. It is indeed. Okay, so I just miss, and that's the end of the turn. Okay, I'm still pretty far from them, right?
You're within 10 to 20 feet.
Okay, I'm going to kind of just assume that is enough to kind of help the treant out.
We'll go ahead and have the treant can take a turn and make an attack.
Okay, yeah.
It hits and deals 15 damage to the bullets. I would just keep going through the turn order on the bullet's turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have the bullet try to get to you through rough terrain and get to you and make an attack. 18 to hit.
Yep, that hit.
4d12 plus 2.
Whoa! You're kidding. He could potentially one-shot me here.
15 damage.
Okay, that doesn't one-shot me. But ouch, that hurts. Holy crap.
And it is back to your turn.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to Zephyr Strike towards my mother's house. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So Art's going to Zephyr Strike
Okay.
and towards his mom's house and disengage from the battle, run inside, and try to give the potion to his mother.
So your mother is in the bedroom, and you find her, and you give her the potion to drink. With 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining, you have successfully completed your mission. You emerge out of the book that's directly outside of your bedroom door, and just like that, and you see that you have an empty bottle, you have a carrot, and you have a hidden immunity idol.
Art kind of grabs the idol that's around his neck and just kind of tucks it into his shirt.
Let's discuss what you want to do with the hidden immunity idol. How do you want to hide this?
So I would say, is there any way...
I don't want to tell you how they do it in Survivor, but there's options, so I'll let you
How they do it in
theorize.
Survivor?
The hidden immunity idol is part of Survivor. It's a Survivor reference.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You can use it after the votes are cast, but before the votes are read. And all of the votes against you are nullified.
Gotcha. So it's,
But it's all about using it wisely,
yeah.
because if you didn't need it, then
Yeah.
you wasted it.
Gotcha.
And it's all about your enemies and even your allies not knowing
Yeah.
that you have it. Because as soon as they know you have it, it loses all of its power. Because then
Yeah.
they just don't vote you. Or they split, and they do a 50-50 split, and if you use it, then your friend goes out instead.
Gotcha. Man, you really love Survivor.
I love me some Survivor.
I would say, I mean, just for our purposes, like, is there not
Yeah.
a reason that I can't, like, attach it to the back of my bag?
If someone sees it and they comment on it...
I mean, like, these cards are the same size.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yes, you could attach it to your bag. I'm completely fine with that.
And I can keep on my character sheet that I have the item. Let me read it once again, real quick, or can you read it real quick?
If another unit knows that you have hidden immunity idol, it loses its magical abilities. That includes Hogarth, by the way.
Okay.
While held, whenever you enter an event that contains a theoretical loser, you may expend the hidden immunity idol in secret by messaging me saying that you're going to expend it. But it has to be done before the event. If you do, and you lose the event, the outcome changes to an outcome where you did not lose. It is phrased ambiguously, intentionally, so just because you used it doesn't mean you will win, it just means you don't lose.
Okay.
It might mean you win. You might win, but if you use it for a lottery ticket, there's a chance that everybody just gets refunded for that lottery.
Gotcha.
It doesn't mean you won the lottery.
I gotcha. So I have to use it, like, say there's a coin flip, 50-50 coin
Yes.
flip. Before we do the coin flip, I have to text you and say, hey, I'm using it.
Yes, you have to get the idea across to me that before the event happens, before it starts, you have to use it.
Okay.
Another use case that I foresee being useful is a final exam.
Yeah.
And this episode was voiced by Harrison Clark as Art, and edited and DM'd by Harrison Weiss. Please follow us on X at Tides of Terragos, or on Patreon at patreon.com/Tides of Terragos. And see if a little fishy goes, nom 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 nom.